Hi, this is Nuan from StatStore. In this video, I am going to provide an introduction to correlation theory, and let me just say this introduction is more valuable for people who had not the general idea of correlation. In future videos, things will get more advanced. So first off, what is correlation? Well, in general, we may be interested to find if there is any relationship between two variables or more variables under study. In statistics, there are various methods for measuring the relationships existing between variables. The simplest are correlation analysis and regression analysis. We shall start from correlation analysis because although it has serious limitations and throws little light on the nature of the relationship existing between variables, it will make the people familiar with the correlation coefficient, which is an essential statistic of regression analysis. So, what is correlation? Correlation is a bivariate analysis that measures the strength of association between two variables and the direction of the relationship. But it doesn't tell us why and how behind the relationship, but it just says the relationship exists. For an example, there is a correlation between ice cream sales and the temperature, as you can see in the chart here. As you can easily see, warmer weather caused more sales, and this means that there is a correlation between these two variables. However, we can't say that ice cream sales cause hot weather. This would be causation. Now let's look at various types of correlation. We can categorize the types of correlation by considering on the basis of moment, the ratio of change between the variables and the number of variables. Positive and negative correlation. Whether the correlation between the variables is positive or negative depends on its direction of change. The correlation is positive when both the variables move in the same direction. That is, when one variable increases, the other on an average also increases, and if one variable decreases, the other also decreases. The law of supply is a famous example of the positive correlation. The correlation is said to be negative when both the variables move in the opposite direction. That is, when one variable increases, the other decreases, and vice versa. The law of demand is the famous example of the negative correlation. The correlation is said to be zero or no when there is no apparent relationship between the variables. For an example, there is no relationship between the amount of tea drunk and level of intelligence. Linear and nonlinear correlation. Whether the correlation between the variables is linear or nonlinear depends on the constancy of ratio of change between the variables. The correlation is said to be linear when the amount of change in one variable to the amount of change in another variable tends to bear a constant ratio. For an example, the relationship between the height and weight of a person is a linear correlation. The correlation is called as nonlinear or curvilinear when the amount of change in one variable doesn't bear a constant ratio to the amount of change in the other variable. For an example, a drug may become progressively more helpful over a certain range, but then may become harmful. Thus, the degree of help increases and decreases, and this is a non-monotonic as well as a non-linear correlation. Simple, partial, and multiple correlation. Whether the correlation is simple, partial, or multiple depends on the number of variables studied. The correlation is said to be simple when only two variables are studied. For an example, the relationship between the yield of wheat per acre and the amount of fertilizers is a simple correlation. The correlation is either multiple or partial when three or more variables are studied. Then the correlation is said to be multiple when three variables are studied simultaneously, such as if we want to study the relationship between the yield of wheat per acre and the amount of fertilizers and temperature used, then it is a problem of multiple correlations. Whereas in the case of partial correlation, we study more than two variables but consider only two among them that would be influencing each other, such that the effect of the other influencing variable is kept constant. Such as in the earlier said example, if we study the relationship between the yield and fertilizers used during the periods when certain average temperature existed, then it is a problem of partial correlation. Thus, these are three most important types of correlation classified on the basis of moment, the ratio of change between the variables, and the number of variables. The researcher must study these carefully to determine the correlation methods to be used to identify the extent to which the variables are correlated. Then let's look at the method of determining correlation. There are several ways of calculating or estimating the correlation between variables. We can use diagrammatic and or mathematical representation of bivariate data to ascertain the correlation between two variables. Under the graphical method, there are two ways to determine the correlation between variables, such as scatter diagram and graphic method. Coming to the mathematical method, there are several ways for measuring the relationship existing between variables. But as per the easiness of understanding, we have mentioned here with 10 different correlation analyses. However, it is often the case that the data variables are not at the same level of measurement, or that the data might, instead of being quantitative, be categorical. Therefore, each mathematical method of determining correlation test is designed to be used with variables of the particular level of measurement. So, if we can accurately identify the variable's level of measurement, we can easily find the optimum techniques to be used to determine the existing relationship between variables. According to that, the Pearson product movement correlation evaluates the linear relationship between two continuous variables. The Spearman rank order correlation evaluates the monotonic relationship between two continuous or two ordinal variables. The Kendall rank correlation evaluates the ordinal relationship between two ordinal variables. The biserial correlation is a correlational index that estimates the strength of a relationship between an artificially dichotomous variable and a true interval or ratio variable. The point biserial correlation is used to measure the strength and direction of the association that exists between one continuous variable and one dichotomous variable. It is a special case of the Pearson product movement correlation, which is applied when you have two continuous variables, whereas in the case one of the variables is measured on a dichotomous scale. The rank biserial correlation evaluates the relationship between dichotomized nominal data and ordinal data. The contingency coefficient evaluates the relationship between two nominal variables. The pi coefficient evaluates the relationship between two dichotomized nominal variables. The Kramers-Wi statistic evaluates the relationship between two nominal variables, and the Kruskal lambda coefficient evaluates the asymmetrical relationship between two nominal variables. And that brings us to the end of our lesson 1 of regression analysis part A. Let me give you a summary of what we have been talking about over the last few minutes. So that concludes, the correlation analysis is a statistical technique used to measure the degree and direction of relationship between a pair of variables. But it doesn't tell us why and how behind the relationship but it just says the relationship exists. So correlation doesn't imply causation. And finally, the correct usage of correlation coefficient type depends on the types of variables being studied. Okay, well, next time we will meet again with the graphical methods of determining correlation.